Hello there and welcome to another Commodore 16 game playthrough, and today we're going to play through the vertical shooting game called Gunlaw. Now I mistakenly got this mixed up with Outlaw, which is something completely different and dare I say it, not quite as good. So what's the purpose of the game? Well, apparently the blue guys are aliens and you're the last man standing. After months of fighting, everybody's either disappeared or gone off the planet or been killed or whatever you want to call it. So you have a gun and you basically wander up the map trying to kill everybody. I've got this on infinite lives just so I can play through a few of these because I can't really be bothered to work out all the little nuances of it. I mean, for a 16 game, it's actually quite involved really because oh dear, I didn't really want to do that. You've got a lot of detail, which is quite surprising, really, when you consider the machine and everything, and it's pretty faithful, direct. Oops, how am I going to get up there if you don't move out of the way? It's there's the odd bit of graphics and collisions going on, but all in all, it's quite well done, and you've got these little things in the road. You've got your bushes and stones and grenades and God knows whatever else. So that's quite cool. Apparently there's 5 levels of this. As you can tell by my horrendous gameplay, I never even got close to finishing any of them. And it's quite a popular 16 game. It's something that's really playable, and if you learn it, learn how to get around all these things, I'd imagine that is that rewarding gameplay. So was that horrible noise because I'm up a level? I'm not quite so sure, really. Oh, I got an extra life, which is handy when I've got infinite lives. God, I'm horrible, aren't I? This is another Mastertronic 199 special, and it's exactly what the Mastertronic range was all about. I don't seem to be able to dodge bullets pretty quickly. I'm not sure whether I'm just doing something wrong, or I'm just an idiot. But I don't seem to have much of a reaction time thing going on here. Oh, we shot each other then. That was quite cool. So you've got these electric fences now. Oh dear! I just watched an episode of Buck Rogers last night with electric fences in. Oh, must have been the cool thing to have. So yeah, so I mean the graphics are repetitive because obviously it's that type of game, but it's obviously sort of inspired by things like Commando, Ikari Warriors, those sort of games that were really popular. And they've cheated a little bit because, as you can see, you're basically playing on half a screen. So they've to save memory or whatever. The thing is, oh look, and I've got an alien. Can I shoot it? No, okay, fine. Oh, and now I've just run into a bullet. Good me. Oh God. Here's me saying there weren't that many glitches in it. Oh dearie me. Yeah, okay, I get the idea. I get the sort of, yeah, yeah, okay. Exposing my brilliant gameplay once again to the masses. Am I allowed to be self-aware? So yeah, I'm as a kid had a lot of fun with this type of game. I'm not quite. How am I going to get out of here? Do I have to go through the house? No. Yeah, I went through the house. That's quite cool. And yeah, so I had a lot of fun with this thing. I mean, what we fail to remember sometimes is the amount of investment in time there was in actually playing a Commodore game. So for both the 16 and 64, I had in the early days anyway, I had the tape drive data set or whatever the posh name was. So it meant that if I wanted to play a computer game, I'd have to put the tape in and wait up to 20 minutes for the games to load. So if you've made that investment of time, you're not going to then turn around after 30 seconds and go, "Well, that was a bit of rubbish." You would persevere with something because, or else you've just completely wasted your time. I did get a disk drive in the later years of a 64, but anybody who's familiar with Commodore will know that the Commodore 64 disk drive had issues, the early ones anyway, the first couple of models, because there was an issue with how the data was transmitted, and so they deliberately had to slow it down. So although it was a better medium because it was slightly faster, and also you could load in chunks, so it was great for multi-level games Obviously on the tape it's not quite as elegant because you've got to rewind it and fast forward it and everything. You know, the tapes themselves, you know, you had to wait, and there were turbo loaders and fast loaders, and on the Commodore 64 you had invader load, which was quite good fun, so you could play a little game whilst it was loading. But you know, the whole idea that you know, you invested time before you played something was quite an important thing to do, especially if you were sort of, you know, young, or you were taking up the family telly to play your games and whatever. So yeah. Oh, there's another alien. Oh well. It's a crazy little game, this, isn't it? So I'll go through that house, I take it. Yeah, okay, gone through the house, that's cool. Yeah, you have to sort of bear these things in mind, and games that were written in BASIC, or games that didn't have turbo loaders, were real investments in time. You know, I used to remember, if I was doing this on a Saturday or a Sunday, I used to do my homework in the middle of waiting for a game to load. So I would, am I stuck now? Am I stuck? Oh no, don't tell me I'm stuck. Can I go down? Oh, I can't go down. Oh dear. Can I go across? Phew, I thought I was actually properly stuck then. Yeah, I used to do my homework in the middle of waiting for games to load, so I'd put a game in, you know, do 20 minutes of homework and then put another game in, and so on and so forth. And it was a way of breaking things up, I guess. I want to find out what the crack is with getting these in. Oh, another alien. Oh, okay. I don't even know what happened there. I didn't do anything. So there's that. And obviously, you know, in this day and age, you fire up a game and it's practically instantaneous, depending on what you're playing on, and you install the games to your local machines. You know, for PC games anyway. Obviously, with some console games, you've got to put a disc in or whatever. But yeah, you would. Right, I'm going to concentrate because I want to get one of these aliens. No, I actually don't think it's physically possible. Unless you have to shoot it loads. So I'm going to have another little go if I get another one. So yeah, so you really had to sort of think about what you were doing and planning ahead. So it's almost like picking a film. You know, you think about, right, I'm going to watch a film tonight. Well, I know I'm going to play such and such a game. And now, obviously, with emulators, well, it's brilliant, isn't it? Because the things load. All right, I'm going to see if I can shoot this thing. Obviously, with emulators, the things load instantly, or practically instantly, and then you've got all these little tricks, like you can save states and you can warp them, and you change CPU settings. You can move between different machines, different peripherals. So you can have a disk drive or a tape drive or whatever's, and yeah, you can. It's quite cool, isn't it? Really, how you can. You know, you can move around these things, but we didn't have them. I remember when I went to uni, I took both my 16 and 64 with me. Oh, I've won! Yay! I've won. What was that then? Close Encounters of the Third Kind or something? Does that mean I ran away in a spaceship? Oh, how cool was that? Yeah, I used to have. I took my 16. I was 16 to university, and the one part that is actually interchangeable between the two machines is the disk drive. So I ended up putting a lot of 16 stuff on the disk drive. But yeah, it's cool. Anyway, all right. Well, that was quite a cool ending, wasn't it? So yeah. So that's been Gunlaw, not Outlaw, as I said. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. Any questions, please leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe.